The stock market, as you may have heard, just had its single worst day since 2008.
The worst locust crisis in decades is ravaging East Africa, threatening the food
More than
supply.
half a
Minneapolis, of course, is already on
So
edge.
much of the
As the
world,
nation watches the
Kobe Bryant,
and
legendary
there have now
NBA
been over 10 million reported cases of coronavirus worldwide.
This right now, this is a moment. And this is a moment that will be discussed and talked about for the rest of our lives.
My brother was jogging in Georgia. Ahmed Arbery, Breonna Taylor. Someone just got killed yesterday in Louisville, Kentucky by the cops. So this is not new. It's been going on for 400 years. I mean, my ancestors were taken from Mother Africa and brought to Jamestown, Virginia. The first ship landed in 1619. So I would like to say to you and your audience, this is not new.
I weep for my people. The grief is profound, the suffering deep, the cry poignant and compelling. I weep for my nation, a nation that still to this day refuses to recognize the fundamental decency and humanity of Black people. When we say Black Lives Matter, we're not trying to suggest no one else's life matters. We're suggesting that other lives have been recognized, but ours still haven't.
I'm mad. Think about how mad you would be. I'm mad.
Equality, love, war, right now, 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 right now.
One amount of popularity can let the world know the problem. He might lose a few dollars himself telling the truth, might lose his life, but he's helping millions. But if I kept my mouth shut just because I can make millions, and then this ain't doing nothing. So I just love the freedom and the flesh and blood of my people more so than I do the money. You can take his shirt and play it right in Washington, let Nixon hear it.
Unfortunately, you just had an incident. Somebody spray paints the N-word across the gate of your house in Los Angeles. This is where you live in the summer. This is where your children sleep. What did it feel like to you?
Surprising, no. Because I still understand how race plays a huge part in America.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you Black niggas. That's the way I feel. Black culture, I guess just being Black is enough to die. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was saying. Well, maybe if you pull your pants up, maybe if you put the grills out your mouth, maybe if you just stop being Black.
I don't recall a moment quite like this one, because we find our nation on a precipice, a true tipping point, I believe. And just like all of you, for the past few weeks, I've been talking and Zooming with friends, and the same question keeps popping up over and over. Is this the moment that will finally change our country?
Leadership should come from the top executive of the government. It's his responsibility. He can't duck it.
So just as I say, we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around.
We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Riots are socially destructive and self-defeating.
The world don't give a damn about how sensitive these kids are, especially the young Black kids. You ain't doing these kids a favor by patronizing them. You're crippling them.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
The protests in response to the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and Nina Pop aren't simply a reaction to those particular tragedies, as heartbreaking as they are. They speak to decades worth of anguish and frustration over unequal treatment and a failure to reform police practices.
But also by the rumbling of the age-old fault lines that our country was built on. The lines of race and power that are now once again so nakedly exposed for all of us to grapple with.
It should not be just frustration on one side, the side that feel like they're being victims, but all Americans should be outraged.
And what were you thinking as you walked?
No, I was thinking, of course, of freedom. That now I'm going to have the opportunity of joining my beloved family, my children, and my people. I am now going to do something creative in order to help to speed up the liberation of my people.
1960s were yelling, we're oppressed, but the course of action wasn't changed. And so we again yell, we're oppressed, but the course of action wasn't changed. And so again we yell, we're oppressed. And now you see the collision that's occurred in America.
Understanding that just because somebody may not be as knowledgeable or appreciate everything that you're going through or know the history of discrimination in this country, that doesn't make them a bad person. And that you have to be willing to both correct folks when they're off, but not condemn them and suggest that just because they didn't get things exactly the way you think they should, that makes them a bad person, right? That willingness to be open to others and to give people the benefit of the doubt, I think is also part of the healing process and the reckoning process that we're going to have to go through.
Something as simple as Black Lives Matter. What's the fucking point of contention?